Welcome back to Sunrise. Thanks for staying with us. If you've been with us from morning, if you're just coming along, thank you for coming along because we are happy to start your morning right. It's now time for Money Masterclass, and it's brought to you by Jamaica National. Now, on Monday, we spoke about making the most of your holiday bonus. And a few of our Sunrisers, they actually wrote in asking a question to the effect of, okay, so we got the bonus, now what should we invest in? Because we want to invest. You know, so Matthew, Cup Soup Boss, wants to know what to invest his big CVM bonus in, right? Lucky for them, Carlton is back, and he has some pretty good ideas, right, Carlton? Advise Matthew, please.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. All the person that watching this morning, you're going to get what you do with your extra money that you had or will be getting this Christmas. So remember, I mentioned that outside of treating yourself, which is 20%, I realized somebody wrote and asked that question as well. I don't feel like I want to treat for 20% only. And Yendi, you reminded them that that's what Carlton said. That when you're listening, wonderful.
As a teacher's pet.
But now that we have got the 20% out of the way and you're treating yourself, fine. The other 80%, you must be investing it somewhere. What do you do with that money? I have some scenario here because different people getting different bonuses,
All right.
So Matthew may be getting 25,000.
No, man, Matthew bigger
no, sir. Matthew bonus.
Matthew may be down here to the 10 million down here, but we're getting there. So for somebody who may have gotten a small bonus, small is relative, but in reference to what you are investing, at $25,000, Carlton, it's small. What do I do with this? You know,
you can do a lot.
You take out your 5,000, which is the 20%, and you treat yourself. But guess what? You have 20,000 now. What do you do with that? Don't just throw it in a regular savings account. Don't do that. Start your investment journey. So we draw a line. Oh, my mark is not here, but we draw a line over here. So you maybe can start from a unit trust perspective because you have several companies which will allow you to add a 20,000 to start a unit trust, a $15,000. You put that into a unit trust. What is a unit trust, Carlton? Remember, this is a collection of investments that pools money. So it takes your 25,000, my 20,000, your 50,000, put it together and and put together everything in one big pot. I know this is not managed. What it does for you, it gives you exposure to different securities that you couldn't have purchased on your own because the money was not a big windfall. But at least you get exposure to some amount of investments, right? So you go to the unit trust side if you have a little money there. You could also buy some stocks because you can buy $20,000 into a company. Carlton, remind us, what is a stock now? What is shares? You're really buying ownership into a company with the hopes that, guess what, this will improve over time and my 20,000 will now be 50,000, will now be 22,000. Let me just remind you, I remember when Trans Jamaica Highway came out with their IPO, that was like $1 per share. If you fast forward now, maybe it was $3 something the last time I checked. That is triple. So if you put in that $25,000 in that time, that is now about $75,000 that money would have reached now. Think about it.
And it would not have done that had it sat in our typical savings account.
That 25 may have been 26,000 now after the 2 or 3 years. So look at it. Tripling the money just in the inventor. See, you get 50,000 to maybe $300,000 there. What do I do with that, Carlton? You have exposure to the unit trust, of course, to stocks, but you can maybe now look at, maybe can I go to a fixed deposit kind of arrangement? No, Carlton, what is that? Remind us, please. Remember, you're giving me your fixed lump sum of money to the bank, to the investment house, and they are promising you a fixed rate over a fixed tenure, hence the term fixed deposit. And you put that money over there, so it's relatively low risk, so it's a little bit better for persons who don't have the aggressive kind of risk appetite, but you're getting back much more than if it was in the regular savings account. Let me introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, to what is called the BOJ CD. Did you know that you have access to put in your money with the BOJ and get a little bit better rate? Of course you can. Before now, you need to have $1 million. You don't need $1 million anymore. If you have $100,000, you can participate in the BOJ CDs with much higher rates than that from your regular banks as well. So you have access and opportunity there.
Now we're talking about Matthew's
So
bonus.
Matthew time, no. We reach the millions right now.
If you notice, ladies and gentlemen, we just wanted, we know you can't see, so we're going to give you the visual.
Please, paint it for us.
Matthew just took a seat.
All right. It's time right now.
My time now.
Listen up now. We reach the millions right now. You have something called repos or repurchase agreements. It operates similar to the fixed deposits, right? Where it's a
Gentlemen
fixed.
in the room, let me hear you say
Listen,
repo.
Repos, all right,
Good.
wonderful. In the back end, it's buying and selling of securities, and you maybe not are concerned with that, but it does. Your investment is a little bit more secure than that of the fixed deposit because it is now backed by securities, and the rates are a little bit higher because you have quality securities behind it, like bonds, etc., on the back end. Speaking of bonds, phone time, you know. Listen up, you know. If you got over $1 million, why you laughing? Too much? You're getting that, man.
We don't work in private sector, you know.
We drop down.
I don't work in private
You work in
sector.
every sector, Dennis. You work in every sector. Private, public, entertainment, Dennis is every sector.
Well
So it's
done,
his time right now.
well done.
That's a good one.
Dennis,
That's a good one.
Listen up now.
Wait. Gentlemen in the room, let me hear you say
Bonds.
Bonds, wonderful.
right.
But Carlton, remind us, what are bonds really and truly?
Yeah.
You are lending your money to a company. That's
Yes.
literally what it is, to a private entity, to a government. You are lending them your money, and they say, here what? If you lend me your money, I'm going to give you back 8%, for example, or 7%, for example, and then you can get back this money maybe every 6 months, you get this interest. And at the end of this, I'll give you back your money. So it is nice, easy, and a little bit more secure
It's safe,
than a lot of
if
things.
you're-
Much
if-
more
so if
safe.
you're
It's
more
relatively
risk averse,
safe.
you can
You
think
jump
about-
down here some.
Yeah.
It's called a fixed income security. Do you know why? Because they get a fixed amount of return every few times that you would have agreed on. They would jump down some people and will get over the million right now. You know, the 2 million, the 5 million, the 10 million
DJ,
category.
your
DJ, your
time.
time right now.
Your time.
We're talking about real estate. But it's a Carlton, $2 million cannot buy real estate, and that may be the truth. But guess what? You can put it down as a deposit because remember, we want to get investment income. We want to get real estate income. But you can't just wake up tomorrow morning and want it. You're preparing for it. So you put down the $2 million or the $1.5 million as your deposit because you plan that next year we're going big. Next year, I'm getting my investment property because I want some rental income. But you have to start from now. You can also look at the fact that maybe lands are selling down. Have you visited rural Jamaica? Some farmland, a land by the river. You may never know 5 years from now, that same land that you bought for $3 million is now $7 million.
Correct.
Or you put a nice cabin on that. Yendi, we thinking big, we're thinking large this year, but it starts by just what we would have gotten this year from little windfall of money. And that is it, how you can make your entrance into the real estate market. Do not just think Kingston. Do not only think St. Andrew. Go down to Trelawney. There's some nice properties and land down there, possibly that you can maybe get to start and to do something
And here's the thing as well, this is the beauty of infrastructure because when roadways are being developed now, access
Access to the-
improves.
Look at
So
St.
also
Thomas,
look
look at
east,
St.
Look
Look
at
at St.
St.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Look
That's
at that.
right.
I see some rivers
Look
over there.
Bull Bay,
I'm
look
like, where
St.
come from?
Thomas. Yeah, man, go east, go
Nice
east.
properties. Just go east.
Yeah.
But start thinking about it. Put down that extra
Yeah.
money over this holiday because guess what? 2025, a big year. We're doing big
2025,
things.
you're going to learn to surf.
Yeah, we're going to learn.
Because you're going to be on your beach
We're
property.
going over there, every kind of property. That's what we're doing.
St. Thomas.
Good.
Yes, so
Sounds
think
good.
about it.
All
and if you're
right.
not clear, you know where to find this Carlton G Stew across all platforms. I will invest that money for you. So call me. $25,000 or 25 million or 200 million. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Daniel,
like it.
that was your turn.
like
That was his
Hey.
Eh?
Thank you so much, Carlton. It really is
Anytime.
always good to have you. You're
It
very
is.
knowledgeable, you know.
You're good. You're good.
Yes, man.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
like
do
a
your thing.
knowledgeable
Yeah, do
person.
your thing.
All right, we take another break. Sunrise will be right